Hi everyone, it's Jaden with Refusing to be Mediocre, and today we're going to cover how to not burn out, especially when you're taking massive action. I think we can all relate to being very overwhelmed, stressed, and just wanting to throw the towel in and accept a more easy life. When you're at this breaking point, you kind of know that burnout is just right around the corner. Recovering from a burnout can often take days, weeks, and even months, especially if you completely lose your inspiration and your spark. Today I want to cover my key lessons that I've learned and my key tips for avoiding burnout. My first tip is actually to take short breaks in between tasks. And I do mean short, I mean literally 5 to 10 minutes, set a timer, do something that you enjoy, could be making a cuppa, quickly replying to a friend, or just watching a quick funny video on TikTok. This also serves as a bit of a dopamine reward for your brain, as it's a reward for completing the task that you've just done, and it really will encourage you to do another task as your brain will seek that reward. This leads me to my next tip, which is to celebrate even the tiniest milestones. Even a simple high five from your colleague can be rewarding enough for you to want to complete further challenges or tasks. And number 3 is to actually take off a morning, like a complete morning or afternoon. Even better, actually taking off an entire day a week. And number 4 is to focus on one thing. I think this is probably the hardest one, especially in our modern day society. Trying to do everything is the quickest way and the quickest route to burning out. Our attention is being pulled in so many different directions, and our options now are pretty limitless. It can be hard to pick one thing to focus on, which can often lead us to, chasing multiple things and not really ever succeeding in one area. And number 5 is delegate and get help. If you find at the end of the day that you've often got too much to do at the end of the day and not enough day to complete it, then I would encourage or consider hiring someone and even delegating out some tasks. This could mean hiring a cleaner, getting an accountant, or even hiring a part-time assistant. And number 6, be realistic about what you can actually get done in a day. Overloading your schedule before the day's even begun is pretty much setting yourself up for failure. Tony Robbins actually says, we overestimate what we can get done in a day and we underestimate what we can get done in a year. I would suggest scheduling in your tasks so you have a better idea of what you could actually accomplish in the day. Number 7 is similar to the last tip, but it's really about optimizing your time. Would bulk cooking on a Sunday benefit you during the week when time is more limited? The 2 things that freed up so much time for me, especially during the week, was buying a slow cooker and a dishwasher. As simple as they sound, they allowed me to come home and just eat my meal, load the dishwasher and crack on with what needed to be done. I think it on average freed up about an hour, if not an hour and a half a day, just by setting that up, and it's ready to go when I get in. And number 8, be flexible. Life has a tendency to throw unexpected things our way, so stay flexible in your approach. If something comes up, just simply move that task to another day and try not to stress about not getting that done today. And number 9 is really reviewing your progress over the month. What was the actions that you took? What was your outcomes? And really, what was your mood for the month? And do you still feel stressed out? If you do, there's a likelihood that you've still taken on too much and not getting enough rest. Chasing your dreams should be challenging, but it shouldn't be a detriment to your physical or mental health. And number 10 is my most important tip, and that is to make time for the things that keep you greased up and keep you functioning optimally. Eat well, drink plenty, take your supplements where needed, and make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. And I also recommend taking 30 minutes out a day to do something that you really love. That could be watching YouTube, petting your animals, laying in the sunshine. These things will bring again that reward in for doing the things that you said you were going to do, but it just gives you that breathing room to just enjoy life. Like, life is passing by, and yes, chasing your goals and dreams is important, but really enjoying each day and seeing the blessing in each day is probably more important. I cannot stress enough that no amount of money or success is more important than your physical or mental well-being. It's not worth high stress levels. Stress is a number 1 killer in humans, and more often than not it can be avoided. Just focus on the day ahead and put the bigger goal to one side for now. Set it and forget it is probably one of my favourite mottos. Spend your brain power on what you've got scheduled for today and just really enjoy the process and being present. And lastly, remember to breathe. If you can feel that stress bubbling up, stand up, take 10 deep breaths, go for a wander and just reset that stress, and just remember to breathe through it, and again, that it is not worth it. Just remind yourself that. Use that as a affirmation. If you're somebody that's stressed out quite often, reminding yourself that the stress isn't worth it and is actually a choice. It's how you perceive things. If you let yourself feel the pressure of all these things that you need to do, then of course you're going to be more stressed. But if you just focus on the task at hand and stay present with it and enjoy doing it, if I know that not all tasks are particularly enjoyable, but if you can find some pleasure or reward in doing that task, you'll just find that stress level drops. And just don't think about everything else. You've scheduled in your day, focus on the thing that you've scheduled in for this moment, and stay focused. Momentum beats perfection. So remember that you're doing great, smile, and just enjoy the journey and the process. I think when we're not enjoying the process, I think that's when burnout can come in, and we kind of forget why we're doing this. So remember why you're doing it. That's always something good to have printed out. So when you're feeling that stressed and you're feeling that pressure, read why you're doing the things that you're doing. It could be that yes, you might be going to a job that you don't enjoy, but is that job in some way giving you financial support towards creating your dreams? Was you able to buy that book that helped you in your self-development journey? Is it paying for a roof over your head? Many people don't have that. So if you can bring some gratitude and your reason of why you're doing it, again, that should drop your stress levels and just have you enjoying the process so much more. I know that's probably a lot to take on, in just the sense that I think it was more tips than I realised, but I really hope that they help. And because I found that I used to be one of those people that was stressed out all the time. I was kind of anxious, I could be irritable, and when I just learned to just be present, it really changed my my whole life, really, my health. I found that stomach issues stopped showing up, and I was just showing up as a more pleasant person. So yeah, I just encourage you to get those stress levels under control, and breathe, enjoy it. But I will leave the video there. Thank you for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.